Assalamu alaikum, my dear students. How are you? I think you are all well by the grace of Almighty Allah. Welcome to NIEVS Home School. I am Muhammad Ali Amin Opu, an assistant teacher of mathematics, National Ideal English Version School, morning shift. Dear students, I am going to take a math class today for the student of class 7. Today's topic is chapter 3 formula. That means I will discuss some formula from chapter 3 and exercise 3, question number 11 and question number 12. Okay, your lecture number is 34 for the half year examination, and you have a homework. Your homework number is 25. Okay, so let's start with the formula, my dear students. I will write down the perimeter and the area of the three figures. That means suppose this is a rectangle, this is parallelogram, and this is triangle. For these three figures, we will write down the six formula. The formula of perimeter and the formula of area. Okay, I'll write down the six formula. That means, my dear students, for a rectangle, I'll write down the formula for perimeter and area, and also for the parallelogram I'll write down the formula of perimeter and area, and also I'll write down the formula of perimeter and area of a triangle. Suppose, my dear students, is A, B, C, D is a rectangle. Okay, this is a rectangle. Okay, in this rectangle, AB is the length and AD is the breadth. Okay, so what is the perimeter? Perimeter means we will go a walk for a round and we will come back to this starting point. This is called the perimeter, and perimeter is equal to what? Perimeter is equal to 2 multiply with length plus breadth. Okay, length plus breadth multiplied with 2 is the perimeter of a rectangle. Also, the perimeter of a parallelogram is similar. That is 2 multiplied with length plus breadth. Okay, now what is the length here? This length is AB and the breadth is AD. Okay, now suppose this is a triangle. In triangle ABC, the side opposite to this side is A. Suppose this side is B and this side's name is C. The small a, small b and small c indicates the length of the three sides. Now what is the perimeter of this triangle? The perimeter of this triangle is A plus B plus C. Okay, this is the perimeter of this triangle. That means if the three sides are given, then we can find out the perimeter of a triangle. If the length and the breadth of rectangle and parallelogram is given, then we can find out the perimeter of rectangle and parallelogram. My students, now we will find out the area of rectangle, parallelogram and a triangle. What is the area of a rectangle? The area of a rectangle is nothing but length multiplied with breadth. Length multiplied breadth is the area of the rectangle. Okay, if the length and the breadth is given, then the area will be length multiplication breadth square unit. Okay, now the area of parallelogram, my dear students, the area of parallelogram is what? The area of parallelogram is length multiplied with height. Length multiplied with height. What is height here? What is length here? Length is AB in the parallelogram, and height is what? Suppose this is D, we will draw a perpendicular line on the line AB. Then DE point will be the height. This is the height H, and this is AB will be the length. It will AB equal to L. Okay, this is L and this is H. So the multiplication of L and H will be our area of the parallelogram and the unit is square unit. Okay, now what is the area of a triangle? My dear students, the triangle's area, you know, you have already learned from class 6. It's a half into base multiplication height. Okay, base means this baseline, and height is what? From the top of this base we should draw a perpendicular line on the line base, on the baseline BC. BC is the baseline here. Okay, BC means B. Okay, suppose BC is the baseline, and height is what? We should draw a perpendicular line from the opposite vertex of base to that line. Okay, and this is our height. This is means H. Okay, AD, D point is this one. AD equal to H. H is the height here. Now we can multiply base and height with half. We will find out the area of the triangle. Okay, this 6 formula is very essential for chapter 3, and you also need the boxes here. We have some chart here in chapter 3. In chapter 3 we have some chart here. You need to read very carefully these charts from your book for the MCQ questions and for the short questions. Okay, you need to read out the chart, each and every chart from the book. You can find out the charts from the book. Okay, now I am going to solve question number 11 and question number 12 from exercise 3. Okay, the question number 11 is what? I have already written down on the board here. Question number 11 is the length of a rectangle plot is 3 times of the breadth. My dear students, the length of a rectangular plot is 3 times of the breadth. Okay, a walk around the plot makes 1 kilometer. Determine the length and breadth of the plot. The plot is what? The plot is rectangular size. That means when we need to solve this one, question number 11, we need to draw a rectangle at first. Okay, suppose this is the rectangular plot, A, B, C, D. Okay, this is our rectangular plot, suppose, and the length is given here the 3 times of the breadth. Length is given here the 3 times of the breadth. So we need to find out the length and the breadth. Okay, we'll assume breadth as x, and we will find out the length is 3 times of breadth, that means thrice x. Okay, and when we walk 1 round, we will walk 1 kilometer. That means the perimeter of this rectangle plot is 1 kilometer. Okay, that's why, my dear students, you can write down, let, first of all we should assume that let breadth is breadth of the rectangular plot breadth of the rectangular plot is x meter. Okay, then we can find out the length of the rectangular plot it's the rectangular plot will be, okay, rectangular plot is 3 times of the breadth. That means 3 multiplication with x meter, that's equal to thrice x meter. So the students, look, we have got the breadth is x meter and the length is thrice x meter. Now we can find out from the length and the breadth, we can find out the perimeter, and the perimeter is given because if we walk around the plot, then we can walk 1 kilometer. So the perimeter, given that the perimeter of the rectangular plot is what? Is equal to 1 kilometer. 1 kilometer equal to how much? 1 kilometer equal to 1000 meter. Kilo means 1000. Okay, 1000 meter, because we have assumed that the breadth and the length is in the unit meter. That's why we convert this kilometer into meter. Okay, now we know that the perimeter of a rectangular rectangular plot is what is equal to 2 multiply with breadth length plus breadth. The perimeter of a rectangular plot, we know that 2 multiply with length plus breadth. Okay, so from this one we can put the value of length and breadth. Length value is what? Length is thrice x. Length is thrice x plus breadth is x meter. Okay, it's meter. So that's equal to 2 multiply with thrice x plus x. That's equal to 4x. Okay, meter. That means that's equal to 8 meter. 8x meter. Okay, 8x meter. 2 multiply 4 equal to 8 and x. 8x meter. 8x meter is the perimeter and the given perimeter is 1000 meter. That means according to the question you can write down. According to the question. According to the question, 8x that's equal to 1000, because my dear students 8x is also meter in the unit and 1000 is also in meter unit. So and these two are perimeter of the same rectangular plot. That's why you can write down 8x that's equal to 1000. Implies that we can convert these 8 into the right side, because we need the value of x only, because x is the breadth here, right? So first of all, calculate the value of x. To calculate the value of x, we need to convert this 8 in the right side. If we convert that 8 in the right side, it will be divided by 1000. Okay, therefore x value is what? X value, when we divide 1000 by 8, we will get 125 this meter. Okay, so the breadth is 125 meter. Breadth is what? 125 meter. And length is what? Therefore length is equal to thrice x. We know that. And the value of x is what? 3 multiply x value is 125. This is meter. Okay, now my dear students, it will be 375 meter. If you multiply 3 by 125, we will get 375 meter. Okay, this is the solution. You have need to write down the answer also. Answer is what? Answer is length is 375 meter and breadth is 125 meter. Okay, you need to write down the answer also. Now we will solve question number 12. The students, look at the question number 12. The question number 12 is, what is the cost of fencing around a 100 meter long and 50 meter wide rectangular park at a rate of taka 100 per meter? My students, first of all, try to understand this question. Okay, I am going to solve question number 12. First of all, try to understand that question. That question is, again, it's a rectangular park. In question number 12, it's a rectangular park. And students, suppose this is our rectangular park now, ABCD. Okay, and it is how many meter is long? Its long is 100 meter and wide is 50 meter. That means the length and the width of this park is given. Length is 100 meter and breadth is 50 meter. Okay, after that, the question is saying that what is the cost of fencing around a 100 meter long and 50 meters wide rectangular park at a rate of taka 100 per meter? That means, my students, look, we need to fence around this park. Okay, we need to fence around this park. That means we need to find out the perimeter. We need to fence the total perimeter of that park. Okay, to fencing that park per meter, the cost is 100 taka per meter. The cost is 100 taka, and which is the perimeter, that costing price need to calculate. That's why first of all we need to calculate the perimeter of that park. Okay, so question number 12, solution is given that length of the rectangular park we know perimeter of the rectangular plot. Perimeter of the rectangular park. Park is what? It's 2 multiplied with length plus breadth. Now put the value of length and breadth. It's 2 multiplied with length value is 100 meter plus the breadth value is 50 meter, right? That's equal to 2 multiplied with 100 plus 50, that's equal to 150 meter. That's equal to 300 meter. The total perimeter of that rectangular park is what? It's 300 meter, okay? And per meter the costing price to fence that rectangular park is 100 taka. So now cost now to fence to fence 1 meter the cost is 100 taka. In the question given that to fence that park per meter cost is 100 taka. So to fence 1 meter the cost is 100 taka. Now to fence 300 meter the cost is what? It's 100 multiplied with 300 taka. That's equal to how much? 30000 taka. That means it's 30,000 taka will be the total cost to fence that rectangular park. Okay, answer will be what? Answer will be 30,000 taka. Okay, I hope my dear student you have understood my today's lecture how to solve question number 11 and 12, and please practice that 6 formula at home again and again. Okay, your homework number is 25 for this lecture. Okay, and you need to solve example question number 7 from chapter 3. Okay, you must solve your HW in your assigned HW copy. Okay, and you can submit your HW in every Saturday from 9 AM to 3 PM. See you again inshallah in the next class. Till then, Allah Hafiz.